yeah, I just wanted to start off this video by saying it was not my intention to take off 8 months from my channel. I don't know really what to say other than the fact that life happened very rapidly and time got away from me. I would also just like to say thank you guys so much for reaching out to me and asking me if I was okay or if I was coming back to my channel. A lot of you guys did reach out and that was really, really awesome. So thank you so much for that. I am okay. Like I said, life just happened. And over the course of 8 months, I had everything from my jobs to my relationships and friendships to my living situation be affected. And it was just a lot, and I just didn't have it in me mentally to create quality content for you guys. And also, I did move. I don't know if you guys can hear all the noise and shit going on in the background. A lot of you guys know I lived in Oakland for 2 years, and before that, I lived in San Francisco. I moved back to San Francisco, and I'm excited because my jobs and my friends are all here in the city, but it does present quite a few challenges, and one of those is the noise. And it is so noisy in this apartment, quite a bit more than my apartment out in Oakland. So I've been running into a lot of challenges with filming my introductions and just kind of finding where I can find a quiet area to do so, which I have not found yet. But thank you guys for being patient with my channel and with me. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, the intention of this video isn't to go on and on about, what's been going on in my life. I just thought that it would be very bizarre for me to come on my channel after being vacant for 8 months and not mention or at least acknowledge the fact that I have been gone for so long. So thank you guys for being patient. I love you all. I've been thinking about you this whole time, but now I think I'm finally ready to start coming up with recipes for you guys again. And one of which is the one that I want to share with you today. It is a recipe for kelp noodles. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with kelp noodles because I wasn't until pretty recently. They're very strange. They're great because they're low calorie and they take on kind of whatever flavor profile you add to them, kind of like tofu, so they're very versatile, but they do need to be prepared a certain way because they have a very weird, stiff, styrofoamy texture. And the first time I tried them, I didn't prepare them correctly and I was like, why are these so popular in other vegan and raw food tutorials? Because they're terrible. But I found this method works really well for getting them to be a better texture. I'm excited to share this recipe with you guys because I've been making it constantly for the past couple of months and I really like it. So with that being said, guys, I don't want to rattle on too much in this introduction. I just want to head to the kitchen and share with you this recipe for ginger, sesame, peanut, kelp noodles. I don't know. It's a title that's a work in progress. But anyway, I'm going to hop into the kitchen and share with you how I made this.
Okay, to start off this recipe, you have to first prepare the kelp noodles. Kelp noodles, as great and low calorie as they are, have a really weird, rubbery, stiff texture, and they're not that good if they're not first prepared. So to do this, I'm taking them out of their package and then I'm going to put them into a big bowl. By the way, any of you vintage junkies out there who are also dying over this Fire King Jadeite mixing bowl I found thrifting, it's like my favorite item in the kitchen. Anyway, I'm going to boil up some water in a kettle on the stove, and once that water boils, I'm going to squeeze a full lemon over the kelp noodles and then add the boiling water. This will work to soften them up and make them a way better texture. While those are soaking, I'm going to go ahead and start the spicy peanut miso sauce that will be going over the noodles by grabbing a few ingredients. First off, you'll want some soy sauce or liquid aminos, some peanut butter, some miso paste, some hoisin sauce, garlic powder, a large orange and lime, some ginger, a jalapeno, and if you want it even more spicy, some sriracha, which is totally my crack. I use it on just about everything. Yeah, I'm almost out again. All right, to begin, take your orange and zest it. I found that zesting one large orange will give me about half a teaspoon of the zest, which it's not super important that the measurements are exact, but that's just kind of how much I got off of that one. I found that with this recipe, tasting and adjusting is really key. With the orange I just zested, I'm going to cut it in half and juice it along with half of my lime. Then goes in half a seeded jalapeno, or less if you don't want it super spicy, more if you do. Add in a spoonful of your miso, and then a little chunk of peeled ginger. A little trick my mom showed me is rubbing the ginger with a spoon, and the outer part comes right off. I thought that was pretty nifty, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. I'll give that a rough chop and then add that in with about 2 tablespoons or so of hoisin sauce. Next, add in a big heaping spoon of peanut butter, a few shakes of garlic powder, and optional, a big squeeze of sriracha. I popped the lid on, and before I blended everything together, I tested the noodles and saw that they were ready to be drained after about 5 minutes of soaking. So I drained them carefully into a colander and then put them back into my large mixing bowl. Then, using my newest favorite kitchen device, a high-speed blender, I blended the ingredients until the sauce was nice and smooth in a non-chunky consistency, ready to be drizzled right over the top of the noodles. Okay, so for what to add next, you can really choose just about anything, but I've been really loving to shred carrots and then add it in because personally I don't like raw carrots, but since they're so damn good for you, I like to mix them into things where I don't really taste them. So that's what I'm doing here, and then in they go, stirring it around and around. Then after that, I added in some sesame seeds for even more awesome texture. And at this point, this is really your personal call on what to put in the noodles. I usually add in baked tofu, but tofu and I have recently had a falling out. I don't know. I'm just not that into it at the moment. And hopefully one day we'll work out our differences. But in the meantime, I'm adding in some thinly sliced cucumbers, some ripe avocado, and then some baked seaweed. Other ideas could be bean sprouts, broccoli, chives, celery, water chestnuts, really whatever you want. Alright guys, so there you go, a super delicious, tasty noodle bowl that uses one of the most baffling and weirdest noodles there are, kelp. I hope this helps shed some light on how to prepare this finicky and strange little noodle, and I hope you guys give this a go. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye!